It's been over a year since I last put braids on my hair, and I've seen so much improvement in my hair every single month. So, with that, I'm going to be sharing a few things that made me change my mind towards braids, and just a few things that you should probably look out for if you're experiencing some of the things I did. And this is a long intro, so let's get straight into this video. I think most people get confused with the term protective hairstyle, and they just immediately think braids are actually protecting their hair, but people need to stop calling braids or extensions protective hairstyles and just say they are hairstyles because they're actually not protecting your hair. So I would say that this is not a protective hairstyle, it's just a hairstyle. And once you've realized that it's something you just choose to do, don't regard it as a protective hairstyle because it's actually not doing what it's meant to do. If a protective hairstyle is causing your hair to break, if it's causing your hair to be damaged, and if it's not doing what it's meant to do, it's not a protective hairstyle. And only your hair can actually pick what is a protective hairstyle for you. So if your hair is saying that this is not a protective hairstyle, then it's not, and you should just simply stop it. I honestly thought braids were the way to go when it comes to growing my hair, and I actually tried keeping it long term to actually retain more length, and it was a total disaster. I experienced the worst breakage and damage to my hair simply because of this, and this was actually the turning point for me. After this braids I did, I never put braids on my hair again, and I've seen so much improvement in my hair. So just regard that term protective hairstyle and pick what is actually good for your hair. Don't worry, I'm going to talk about how to actually know what is a good protective hairstyle for your type of hair. We're going to be getting into that soon. So just understand that if it's not working for you, just simply stop it and do not force it. Moving on to my next point, this was a very hard one to actually digest, but no matter how consistent you are with your routine, the damage will still be done because braids are actually not protecting your hair, or that protective hairstyle is not actually protecting your hair. So I know people would say be consistent with your routine, make sure you have a routine, do not neglect your hair in a protective hairstyle. That is good and fine. But if that protective hairstyle is actually not good for your hair, regardless of anything you're doing to your hair, you're going to experience that damage. And it was so heartbreaking because I'm always consistent with my routine. I'm always making sure my hair is moisturized, keeping up my routine, but my hair would still break so much when I'm taking it down. And I did not think to actually look at the protective hairstyle itself, but I was being like, oh, am I doing something wrong with my routine? But honestly, you're not doing anything wrong with your routine. I really applaud you for being consistent and always showing up for your hair. But you see that protective hairstyle, that's the reason why your hair is constantly breaking or you're not seeing your results. So be consistent with your routine, but that protective hairstyle is one way to actually just start seeing results. So pick a good protective hairstyle and be consistent with your routine. That's like the best you can do for your hair. This one is so important because I've met and seen so many bad hairstylists out there that are claiming they can take care of natural hair, or they're natural hair stylists, but they don't actually know how to take care of natural hair. And bad hairstylist, bad protective hairstyle, that is a total bad outcome. So you need to have a good hairstylist. And one thing I would say is that I just stopped going to hairstylist in general. I do my hair myself, I make my hair, I take care of my hair, wash my, basically anything I'm doing to my hair, I had to learn how to do it myself. And nobody's going to take care of your hair the way you're going to take care of it, because you know what your goals are, you know what you want for your hair, and somebody else wouldn't really align with your goals, and they won't have the patience to actually care for your hair the way you would. So I would say bad hairstylists contribute to actually you having bad outcomes when it comes to your hair. So I would say fix your hairstylist, fix your protective hairstyle, and you would start seeing good outcomes. So that's what another thing I'm going to say. So if you can take care of your hair yourself, I would always recommend that. And also, it might take a while for you to find a hairstylist that actually wants to be intentional about your hair, but even as you're searching, just start learning about your hair and start taking care of your hair yourself so you can start seeing progress in your hair. I mentioned I will talk about how to know what protective hairstyle to pick for your hair or for your particular type of hair, and I would say you need to know what type of hair you have, whether you have fine or thick hair. This is very important because I didn't know I had fine hair, and I've been doing braids as protective hairstyle. So just imagine the damage it has caused to my hair. And most times I do braids that are heavy, so they are weighing down on my hair and causing it to break. So if you have fine hair, I would say stay away from any extensions that will weigh down on your hair, or just basically just do your hair like don't add extensions. It's been a year plus and I've not added extensions to my hair, and I've been loving it. I've been able to retain more length. I've been able to find alternative hairstyles, cute hairstyles, find a way to pick out hairstyles that are actually good and for me to get to my hair goals and see my results. So I would say know what type of hair you have, whether you have fine hair or thick hair. Even though you have thick hair, you would say I can get away with doing braids or heavy hairstyles. But trust me, if you overdo it, you're still going to cause damage to your hair, no matter how thick your hair is or you think your hair can hold that braid. It's still weight on your hair. So if your hair is growing, I would say, because I like to keep my protective hairstyle long term to just reduce manipulation and actually retain more length. So I keep it for 3 months. So just imagine your new growth and that heavy weight on that new growth. So eventually you cause your hair you cause excessive shedding, you cause like your hair pulling out and damage. So your hair is going to break a lot, and it's not you're not going to get your hair goals if you constantly repeat something that is not working for you. So know what type of hair you have, whether you have fine or thick hair. I would say do more research, but have a detailed video on this, talking about this more. I think I'll link that video because I wouldn't talk so deeply into it, but you need to do your research, know what type of hair you have, and you would be fine. Just know that information and be able to pick whatever protective hairstyle that aligns with your type of hair. I would say making this decision has been so helpful to my hair, like the health of my hair, the length of my hair, reaching my hair goals, being more confident with my hair. Even though I'm still trying to grow out my edges, I'm a bit more comfortable with my edges now and the progress I've seen. So one of the major reasons why I don't think I'll be using braids on my hair again is my edges. That's like the major thing for me, because my edges are so fine. Like my hair is fine. Just imagine your edges being so fine. Like it can't hold any weight, and that's like the major reason why extensions are not something I would see on my hair in the long term. I would always try and find alternatives because there are so many cute hairstyles I would see online and I would want to try it. Honestly, I get tempted every time and just like think, oh, let me just risk it. But it's not worth it at this point. I would always find things that will work well for me and they are cute. Braids are not the only hairstyles available when it comes to natural hair or any hairstyle in general. They are not the only hairstyles out so if you have any questions concerning my protective hairstyles, what I'm currently doing, how I'm able to retain more length, and what has worked for me to be able to see growth and changes to my hair, I have so many videos talking about this. I have a 3 month challenge I do on my channel where I basically pick good protective hairstyles and document the whole thing, so you can see more videos about that. So if you have any questions, leave that in the comment section. I'll be willing to answer any issues you have, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.